Today, we're in sunny Miami, Florida, where we're riding the Brightline, one of the newest and fastest trains in America, from downtown Miami to the Orlando airport. With my family by my side, I'll be diving into everything this high-speed rail experience has to offer, from the beautiful Art Deco design of the Miami train station to the impressive speeds and quality of service aboard the train. We're covering it all. We'll also compare the economy Smart service on our trip to Orlando with the more expensive premium service on our return back to Miami. So get ready for this one-of-a-kind high-speed adventure as we explore the Brightline rail experience. It's going to be a thrilling ride you won't want to miss. Our adventure begins as we leave our RV in Pembroke Pines, Florida, just south of Fort Lauderdale, and head south on I-95. It's a very hot and humid day in Miami, but our excitement is through the roof. The drive to the station is fairly easy, minus the occasional notorious South Florida driver. Upon arrival, we found the parking garage a short block away from the station. Squeezing my Texas-sized diesel truck up the super tight circular parking ramp was a bit tricky, but we made it work.
Just want to let you know we're here at the Brightline and we came in through the parking garage. I have a big truck, and so it was very, very tight. It was difficult to get in, but if you have a regular car, it shouldn't be an issue.
With the truck parked and all of our stuff out, it's time for the ride down the elevator and a short walk up to the Brightline station.
So what we're going to be doing today is riding the Brightline train from Miami to Orlando. And we've got the mid-tier level, so it's the economy level. It's not the premium. We're going to then stay overnight at a hotel and ride back tomorrow on the Brightline in premium. The goal with that is just to kind of give you a perspective of what it's like from both levels of service.
Entering the Miami Brightline station is like stepping into a kaleidoscope of colors. The three-level station is super modern and bright, with vibrant hues, large LED screens, and eye-catching displays everywhere you look. Right near the entrance is a larger-than-life 305 sculpture reminding us that we are definitely in the MIA. Walking in, there are clearly marked directional signs, on-site ticketing kiosks, a customer service counter, and a trendy juice bar called Joe the Juice. The station entry is impressive, but moving to the second floor takes it to another level. Multiple escalators carry passengers up, revealing an enormous skylight that fills the space with natural light. One of the coolest features is a huge tubular-shaped LED video column that spans from the first floor to the second, showcasing ads and videos in a continuous loop. The second floor of the station is nice, but it feels a bit like a ghost town.
So behind me, it looks like there's some kind of a food court. I'm not sure if this is closed just because it's the day after the 4th of July, or whether this is a new feature.
There's still evidence of the now-defunct Citizens Food Hall, which sadly didn't make it after its debut just prior to the COVID years. It's a bit disheartening to see such a promising feature closed down. However, there's a really interesting mural advertising Art Beat Miami, an event featuring visual art, music, fashion, food, and entertainment inspired by Caribbean and African American artists from around the world. Entering the ticketed area of the Miami station, we're greeted by the same modern design, bright natural light, and vibrant colors that define the rest of the station. The ultra-modern entry gates mark the beginning of the security area, making it hard to believe that we are still in the United States. Most of our rail stations are old and outdated, but this is a completely different experience. Given the option of scanning our digital boarding passes from our smartphones or using paper tickets, we walk through the security area that is equipped with the latest X-ray and detection equipment. The security agents are friendly and helpful, while still staying focused on their responsibilities. Once inside, we went straight to the Smart Lounge, which has plenty of comfortable seating, small tables, and lots of electrical outlets. I can't emphasize enough how clean and beautiful everything is.
So a couple things I did want to point out here at the Miami station is two things. One is that they don't allow boarding until up to 10 minutes prior to the departure time. So everybody's kind of hanging out in the waiting lounge. You cannot go up the escalators at all. They have them cordoned off. So this is a good time to get to the station, head over to the bar, or head over to the store, get something to drink, a snack, or something like that if you'd like, and just hang out. Another thing I wanted to point out is that the store is supposed to be a smart store. I was kind of looking forward to trying that out, and I don't know if it's going to work in Orlando, but you're supposed to just be able to walk into the store, pick whatever you want, and it'll automatically charge your card. They had the cameras were up in the ceiling for it, but they had an attendant there, and they were just doing regular checkout. I used Apple Pay to pay for everything, so it was pretty easy.
This station truly sets a new standard for rail travel in the U.S. While Avia and the twins relax in the waiting area, let's take the opportunity to explore the rest of the ticketed area of the station. As someone who absolutely loves trains and train stations, I'm like a kid in a candy store. Directly across from the waiting area is a full-service bar called Mary Mary, along with a cafe. The bar offers everything from beer and wine to complex mixed drinks and craft cocktails. The designers of the station certainly didn't hold back on including wonderful and eye-catching art throughout the space. One standout piece is a larger-than-life Miami sculpture located next to the bar area. It is simply amazing. Between the cafe and the premium lounge is a small convenience store that sells snacks, drinks, gifts, and toiletries. Although we don't have access to the premium lounge in Miami, it looks very impressive even from the outside of the security gate.
So behind me is the premium lounge, and as I said, and this is the premium lounge in Miami. We have premium coming down from Orlando on our trip, so we will go into that lounge when we come back tomorrow. So that's why I'm unable to go into this lounge. Now, one thing I do want to point out that I've seen online, and I don't know if it's still the case as of the date of this filming, but I've heard that you can only use the premium lounge on your outbound trip. You cannot use it on the arrival. So in other words, if I got premium here, I could use the premium lounge here, but I would not be able to use the premium lounge upon arrival in Orlando Airport.
About 10 minutes before our scheduled departure, an agent announced that it was time to board the train. As the agents removed the barriers in front of the escalator, we headed up the train platform to the third level of the station. The yellow Brightline branding is prominent here too. The twins were excited, but probably not as thrilled as Dad. Now that we're up on the platform, I can't resist checking out the locomotive. While my family are finding their seats in the Smart Level coach, let's check out the power plant up front. Each Brightline train set consists of 4 passenger coaches with a Siemens Charger SCB40 diesel-electric locomotive on each end. The coaches, with interiors designed by the lab at Rockwell Group, feature ergonomic seating, Wi-Fi, level boarding, and meet ADA standards. Walking onto the train is a far cry from any other long-distance train I've been on in the United States. The train feels very new and modern in both design and functionality. It features automatic sliding glass doors and stainless steel grab handles, with the same bright yellow branding present throughout. The luggage area is small but easy to access. Brightline offers the option to check larger luggage for an additional fee, but you can also bring bigger bags on the train as carry-ons. In the Smart Coach, the seating is arranged in a 2x2 setup, with the occasional 4-up arrangement where seats face each other with a narrow table in between. The seats come with a larger tray table and a smaller tray for your smartphone. We booked the 4-facing setup so we could sit together as a family, which worked out perfectly. Shortly after our departure, the attendant began food service. In the Smart Coach, all food, drinks, and snacks are available for purchase. This reminds me of the food service on ultra-low-cost airlines like Frontier or Spirit, but with a larger selection. However, the cost for items in the Smart Coach are a bit on the high side, and the portion sizes are surprisingly small. I ordered a smoked turkey sub, kettle chips, and a very small can of Starry. Although they offer a deal where you can get the chips and the drink for an additional $4, the small size of the drink and sandwich hardly make the $18 worth it. While we ate lunch, we made very short stops in Aventura, Fort Lauderdale, Boca Raton, and West Palm Beach. It's a bit hard to see the scenery due to the exterior advertising film wrap on the windows. It would be nice if Brightline phased this out, as it takes away from the overall rider experience. Despite this, the journey is still enjoyable, and the excitement of being on a modern high-speed train keeps our spirits high. The restroom is located near the main doorway, with one unisex bathroom available per train car. The passageway between cars is wide and airy, making the short walk to the restroom easy to navigate, even with the train in motion. Near the bathroom door, there's a bench with a seat cushion, providing a comfortable place to wait if a line develops. A big green button automatically opens the restroom door, and another big red button on the other side closes it. This has to be one of the biggest and cleanest restrooms I've ever seen on a train, or any moving vehicle for that matter. It's cleaner and nicer than a Buc-ee's, which says a lot. Everything, including the toilet flush feature, is touchless. The sink faucet is made by Dyson, featuring the soap dispenser, water, and hand dryer all in one unit. The mirror even has an accent light, adding a touch of flair. I'm usually ready to leave public restrooms as fast as possible, but I felt right at home in this one. I give it a 5-star review. About half of the passengers got off in West Palm Beach, making for a quiet and comfortable ride to Orlando. We also picked up speed as we traveled up the Florida coast, hitting speeds as high as 100 miles an hour. A fellow train vlogger and I found empty forward-facing seats located in an exit row that didn't have the annoying film wrap over the window, so we're able to get some nice views. When we turned west onto the dedicated Brightline track, our speed hit 125 miles an hour, making this the second fastest train in the US behind Amtrak's Acela. Arriving at the Orlando station is seamless, and we even pass airplanes preparing for departure. After exiting the train, the other train vlogger and I get to meet the engineer, Carlos, who shares some fascinating stories with us.
But yeah, we have a train wash, and it was made by a company that does bus washes. So every night when the train goes back to the maintenance facility, they just run it right through. And if you go on YouTube and look up Brightline Train Wash, you'll see a video on how they run the whole. It's all fully automated. Takes 17 minutes. Cleans the whole train, leaves spotless.
Normally, if I were alone, I would have hopped on the next train back to Miami. But since I had my family with me, we decided to stay the night at the Orlando Airport DoubleTree Hotel and return back to Miami the next day. Navigating from the train station to the hotel shuttle took about 15 to 20 minutes, and the shuttle bus ride to the hotel took only about 5 to 10 minutes. The hotel room was clean and modern, and the boys loved that it included free cookies and a smart TV where they streamed their favorite shows. The next morning, we enjoyed a huge breakfast and went for a swim before heading back to the Brightline station that afternoon. It was a relaxing and fun end to our stay in Orlando, setting us up perfectly for our return trip to Miami. After checking out of the hotel, we opted for an Uber instead of the free hotel shuttle. The Uber took us directly to the train station, saving us 10 to 15 minutes. The Orlando Airport train station is absolutely enormous. It reminds me more of a modern cruise terminal than a train station. The entrance into the station is more neutral in color and branding compared to Miami. My guess is that the station was built with more than Brightline in mind, as it also serves the airport terminal link and could potentially connect with Orlando Sunrail commuter train in the future. The entrance to the Brightline section of the station isn't as grand as Miami. Everything is much smaller. The yellow Brightline branding is there, but it isn't nearly as eye-popping as it is in Miami. Although smaller, the station is still very modern and functional in layout. The ticketing kiosks are easy to access and are very aesthetically pleasing. The customer service and baggage check area is noticeably smaller, with lots of passengers congregating near the front entrance, causing a bit of a traffic jam. Despite the crowd, the station maintains its clean and organized feel, ready to welcome us back for our return trip to Miami in premium first-class service. As soon as we entered the ticketed passenger area, we saw the premium lounge. It's noticeably larger than the lounge in Miami with 2 separate entrances. Since we have premium tickets for the return trip, we were able to enter right away. The premium lounge is large and bright, filled with lots of natural light. The seating is a bit sparse, but there weren't many people inside, so finding a spot wasn't an issue. The free food options are light but sufficient. They have an assortment of cold cuts, cheese, pita bread, and crackers, salads, fruits, and veggies, and barbecue sliders. Complimentary soda, coffee, and tea are also available, along with a nice water dispenser. There's a beer and wine machine available for an extra cost, which I didn't try. This is a perk you'd think would be included at no extra charge, especially considering the additional cost for premium service. While my family relaxed in the premium lounge, I stepped out to take in the rest of the Orlando Brightline station. The layout here is completely different from Miami. Everything is on one level except for the train platform, which is one level down. As I explored, I noticed the same amenities as in Miami, the Mary Mary bar and the Smart store, which, like in Miami, isn't very smart at all. However, I didn't see a cafe here, and there is significantly less art compared to the Miami station. The waiting area seems bigger in Orlando though. It might be the layout of the room that gives it a more spacious feel. About 10 minutes before departure, an announcement is made, and it seems like everyone in the entire station is heading to one escalator at the same time to board the train. The excitement in the air is real as we get ready for our return trip to Miami. This time we're in coach number 1, premium first class. One thing I noticed right away is the absence of that annoying film wrap over the windows throughout the entire train. The premium coach has much larger and deeper seats, arranged in a 2x1 seating configuration. These seats are extremely comfortable with lots of legroom. Just like in Smart Economy, there are plenty of electrical outlets, fast Wi-Fi, and large foldable tray tables. As we leave the station, we have great views of the Orlando airport and surrounding nature. About 10 to 15 minutes into the ride, we're offered free snacks and drinks, including adult beverages. I opt for a tasty Cliff Bar and a cold Michelob Light. The boys are engrossed in their tablets and Avia is on a call with a client. The premium coach is definitely conducive for both relaxation and working while traveling. About 45 minutes after snack time, we're offered a lunch tray. There are only 2 options, a caprese or Italian sub, accompanied by veggies, hummus, fruit, and a small bar of chocolate for dessert. I chose the caprese sub, which was pretty good. It seems like there's no limit on what you can have, as the attendant came by multiple times asking if we wanted more. The service and comfort in premium first class truly make this journey a pleasure. About 2 hours after lunch, we arrived at the Miami station. The ride has been smooth and enjoyable. Reflecting on the experience, I've enjoyed riding in both classes of service. However, if I were traveling alone, I would definitely opt for the premium service over the Smart level because of the added comfort and amenities. Stay tuned for our next video where Avia and I will have an extended conversation comparing and contrasting our experiences in Brightline Premium service with Smart Economy, sharing our insights and recommendations. Thank you all for joining us on this journey. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to help our channel grow. Until next time, keep exploring, and we'll see you on the next adventure.